In today's world, where distractions are everywhere and our attention is constantly pulled in multiple directions, the concept of whatever you do, do it 100% seems more crucial than ever. On the surface, it may appear to be just another motivational slogan, a reminder to try your best. However, when you dig deeper, this simple statement holds profound wisdom. It's not merely about giving maximum effort in every task, but about showing up fully, being present, and truly committing to whatever it is you choose to do. This philosophy of living life with full engagement aligns perfectly with the teachings of Stoicism, an ancient Greek philosophy that has endured for over 2 millennia, offering timeless wisdom on how to live well. Stoicism teaches us how to approach life with reason, virtue, and purpose. It encourages us to focus on what is within our control, our own thoughts, actions, and responses, while letting go of what we cannot control, such as external circumstances or other people's behavior. At the heart of this philosophy is the idea that a well-lived life is not one measured by material success or outward achievements, but by how we live our lives from within, with virtue, integrity, and full commitment to what matters. Now, let's take a step back and reflect on a moment in your own life where you found yourself at a crossroads. Maybe you were unhappy in your job, struggling in a relationship, or facing a daunting challenge. In that moment, you likely had 2 options. You could either drift through the situation half-heartedly, simply going through the motions, or you could fully commit to addressing the problem with everything you had, your time, energy, and focus. The Stoics would argue that the second option is the path to a fulfilling life. Giving 100%, they would say, is not just preferable, but essential for living a life of purpose and meaning. But why is this so important? In a world that often seems indifferent to our efforts, where external success is never guaranteed, why should we pour ourselves fully into our work, relationships, or personal goals? The answer lies within Stoicism itself. To truly understand why giving 100% matters, let's explore how Stoicism offers practical, actionable guidance for living this principle every day. Stoicism, understanding control and effort. One of the most fundamental teachings of Stoicism is the distinction between what we can control and what we cannot. According to the Stoics, many of life's frustrations and anxieties come from focusing on things outside of our control. The Stoics remind us that we have power over our own thoughts, actions, and reactions, but we do not have control over external circumstances, other people's opinions, or even the outcomes of our efforts. This distinction is crucial because it helps us redirect our energy away from worrying about things we cannot change and toward what we can influence, our own behavior, choices, and responses. This simple yet profound insight forms the backbone of why giving 100% is not only worthwhile, but necessary. The Stoics teach that true fulfillment comes not from external success, but from living in alignment with virtue, by focusing on what we can control. If we focus on giving 100% effort, regardless of the outcome, we are aligning ourselves with the Stoic ideal of living a virtuous life. When you give 100%, whether in your career, relationships, health, or personal development, you are doing everything within your power. You are fully engaged in the present moment, acting with intention and living with integrity. And when you do this, you achieve something far more valuable than any external reward. You gain a sense of inner peace, knowing that you have done your absolute best, regardless of the outcome. The misconception of Stoicism. It's not about suppressing emotions. Before we dive into the specific areas where giving 100% can transform your life, it's important to clear up a common misconception about Stoicism. Many people think that Stoicism is about suppressing emotions or enduring hardship with a stiff upper lip. While Stoicism does emphasize emotional resilience, it is not about pretending that emotions don't exist or avoiding them altogether. Rather, Stoicism teaches us to understand our emotions, to acknowledge them, and to manage them in a way that is constructive. The Stoics believed that our emotions often arise from our judgments about external events, and by changing the way we think about those events, we can change the way we feel about them. For example, instead of becoming angry when something doesn't go your way, you can remind yourself that the outcome was never within your control in the first place. By focusing on what you can control, your effort and response, you can cultivate a sense of peace and equanimity even in challenging situations. This emotional regulation is key to giving 100%. When you commit fully to something, whether it's a project at work or a personal goal, you will inevitably encounter obstacles, setbacks, and frustrations. The Stoic approach teaches us to face these challenges with resilience, to focus on what we can control, and to let go of what we cannot. In this way, giving 100% is not about forcing yourself to feel a certain way. It's about committing fully to the process and accepting whatever outcome may come. The power of commitment. Why giving 100% matters. When we give 100% to something, we tap into a reservoir of inner strength and resilience that often lies dormant within us. This is the power of full commitment, and it can lead to extraordinary results. Consider the story of Viktor Frankl, a renowned psychiatrist and Holocaust survivor. In his book, Man's Search for Meaning, Frankl recounts how he survived the horrors of the Nazi concentration camps by finding meaning in his suffering and committing fully to maintaining his dignity and helping others, even in the most brutal conditions. Frankl's experience demonstrates the power of giving 100% in the face of unimaginable adversity. By committing fully to something larger than himself, he found the strength to endure and ultimately thrive. While most of us will never face challenges as extreme as Frankl's, the principle remains the same. Whether you are navigating a difficult relationship, pursuing a challenging career goal, or working through a personal struggle, giving 100% can make all the difference. It is not just about the result, it's about who you become in the process. When you give 100%, you develop qualities like discipline, perseverance, and resilience, all of which help you grow as a person and prepare you for future challenges. Giving 100% in your career. Let's start with one of the most common areas of life where we often struggle to give 100%, our work. For many of us, work is something we endure rather than something we engage with fully. Maybe you're in a job that doesn't inspire you, or perhaps you're overwhelmed by the demands of your role. Whatever the reason, it can be tempting to do the bare minimum just to get by. But this approach comes with a hidden cost. Not only does it prevent you from excelling at work, but it also fosters a habit of half-hearted effort that can spill over into other areas of your life. The Stoics believed that we should approach our work with a sense of purpose and dedication, regardless of the external rewards or recognition. Epictetus, one of the most well-known Stoic philosophers, taught that we should do our duties to the best of our ability, no matter how trivial they may seem. He said, "We should not seek to avoid the work itself, but we should work with our whole being." When you give 100% to your work, something interesting happens. Even if you don't love your job, you start to find areas where you can improve, learn new skills, and perhaps even enjoy certain aspects of your role. Your increased effort may lead to a promotion, or it might give you the confidence and skills to seek a new job that aligns more closely with your passions. But even if external success doesn't come immediately, the personal growth that comes from giving 100% will serve you well in the long run. Moreover, by fully engaging with your work, you cultivate a sense of pride and accomplishment that can't be taken away by external circumstances. As the Stoics remind us, The only thing we truly control is our effort, and when we give 100%, we can take satisfaction in knowing that we did our best, regardless of the outcome. Giving 100% in relationships. Another area where the principle of giving 100% can have a profound impact is in our relationships. In today's digital age, it's easy to become distracted during our interactions with others. How often have you found yourself only half listening to a friend or loved one, nodding along while your mind is elsewhere? Or perhaps you've made promises in your relationships that you didn't fully intend to keep, or avoided difficult conversations because they felt uncomfortable. What would it look like to give 100% to your relationships? It would mean being fully present with the people you care about, actively listening to them, and engaging in meaningful conversations. It would mean following through on your commitments, even when it's inconvenient, and addressing conflicts with honesty and compassion rather than avoiding them. The Stoics believed that living in harmony with others was a key component of a virtuous life. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, often wrote about the importance of working together with others, saying, "What is bad for the hive is bad for the bee." In other words, when we neglect our relationships or fail to fully engage with others, we not only harm those around us, but we also harm ourselves. By giving 100% to your relationships, you deepen your connections with the people you care about, build trust, and create a support network that can sustain you through life's ups and downs. When you show up fully for the people in your life, you also inspire them to do the same, creating a ripple effect of engagement, trust, and mutual support. Giving 100% to personal growth and development. Personal growth is another area where the principle of giving 100% can lead to significant transformation. We all have dreams, goals, and aspirations, but how often do we truly give our all to achieving them? It's easy to get caught up in the busyness of everyday life, telling ourselves that we'll pursue our goals someday. But as the Stoics remind us, life is short, and we don't have control over how much time we have left. What we do have control over is how we use the time we have right now. The Stoics believed that personal growth was an ongoing process, and that we should always strive to become the best versions of ourselves. Seneca, a Stoic philosopher and statesman, wrote extensively about the importance of self-improvement, saying, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." In other words, the fears and doubts that hold us back are often self-imposed, and they prevent us from reaching our full potential. When you give 100% to your personal growth, you commit to pushing through these fears and excuses. Whether you want to learn a new skill, write a book, start a business, or pursue a passion, the question isn't, "Can I do this?" The real question is, "Am I willing to give 100%? Giving 100% to personal growth doesn't guarantee that you'll achieve your goals overnight, or even at all. But it does guarantee that you'll grow and develop as a person. The process of giving your all to something teaches you valuable lessons about discipline, perseverance, and self-respect. And these lessons will serve you well, not only in your personal development, but in every other area of your life. The fear of failure. Why giving 100% is scary. One of the reasons many people hesitate to give 100% is the fear of failure. When you fully commit to something, you expose yourself to the possibility of falling short, of not achieving the desired outcome. It can feel safer to hold back, to keep a little in reserve so that if things don't go as planned, you have an excuse. "Well, I didn't really try my hardest." But this mindset is limiting, and it prevents you from reaching your full potential. The Stoics offer a powerful tool for overcoming this fear, the concept of amor fati, or love of fate. Amor fati is the idea that we should not only accept whatever happens, but embrace it as if it were exactly what we wanted. This doesn't mean being passive or indifferent to the outcome. It means committing fully to the process and accepting whatever result comes with grace and equanimity. Imagine approaching a challenge, a job interview, a difficult conversation, or a personal goal with the mindset of amor fati. You prepare thoroughly, give your absolute best effort, and then you let go. Whatever the outcome, you can take comfort in knowing that you gave 100% and acted with integrity. This mindset frees you from the paralyzing fear of failure because you're no longer attached to a specific outcome. You're focused on the process, on giving your all, and that is where true growth happens. Giving 100% without burning out. A common concern about giving 100% is the fear of burnout. Isn't it exhausting to always be giving your all? How can you sustain that level of effort without wearing yourself out? The key is to understand that giving 100% doesn't mean working non-stop or neglecting other areas of your life. It's about being fully present and committed to whatever you're doing in the moment. When you're at work, give 100% to your tasks. When you're spending time with your family, give 100% of your attention to them. When you're exercising, give 100% to your workout. It's not about constant activity or perfection. It's about engagement and focus. By fully engaging in each moment, you actually prevent burnout. When you're fully present in what you're doing, you're more efficient, you make fewer mistakes, and you find more satisfaction in your actions. All of this adds up to less stress and more fulfillment. Facing adversity with 100% effort life is not always smooth sailing. We all face challenges, setbacks, and disappointments. But how do we maintain our commitment to giving 100% when things aren't going our way? This is where the Stoic practice of negative visualization comes in. Negative visualization involves imagining the worst-case scenario, not to dwell in pessimism, but to prepare yourself mentally and emotionally for whatever might happen. The Stoics believed that by regularly contemplating the loss of what we value, our health, our loved ones, our jobs, we can cultivate a deeper sense of gratitude for what we have and build resilience in the face of adversity. When you've already imagined the worst, you're better prepared to handle it if it does come to pass. Let's say you're working hard on a project, giving it your all, but despite your best efforts, it doesn't turn out the way you hoped. At that moment, you have a choice. You can become discouraged and pull back, or you can view it as an opportunity to learn and grow. The Stoic approach would encourage you to ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I use this experience to improve? This doesn't mean you won't feel disappointed, but it does mean that you won't let that disappointment define you or prevent you from continuing to give your best effort. Remember, giving 100% isn't about the outcome. It's about the process. It's about who you become when you commit fully to something. Giving 100% in health and well-being. Let's take a moment to consider how giving 100% can apply to your health and well-being. Many of us struggle with maintaining healthy habits, whether it's eating well, exercising regularly, or getting enough sleep. We know what we should be doing, but it's easy to make excuses or push these priorities to the back burner in the face of other demands. What would it look like to give 100% to your health? It doesn't mean becoming obsessive or following extreme diets or workout plans. It means fully committing to taking care of your body and mind on a consistent basis. It means making conscious choices about what you eat, prioritizing physical activity, and ensuring that you get enough rest. When you give 100% to your health, you're not just improving your physical condition, you're also investing in your future. By taking care of your body now, you're giving yourself the energy and vitality to pursue your other goals. And perhaps more importantly, you're building discipline and self-respect. which will carry over into other areas of your life. It's important to note that giving 100% to your health doesn't mean being perfect. It doesn't mean never indulging in a treat or beating yourself up if you miss a workout. It's about being intentional and mindful in your choices, treating your body with the care and respect it deserves. Giving 100% to creativity and passion projects. Another area where giving 100% can make a significant impact is in your creative pursuits and passion projects. Many of us have hobbies or dreams that we've always wanted to pursue, whether it's writing a novel, learning to play an instrument, or starting a business. But often, these passions get pushed aside as we focus on the demands of everyday life. What would happen if you decided to give 100% to your creative endeavors? This doesn't mean quitting your job and devoting all your time to your passion project, though for some, that might be the right choice. It means carving out time and energy to pursue your creative goals, even when it's inconvenient. For example, if you've always wanted to write a book, you might wake up an hour earlier each day to work on it. If you're passionate about music, you might dedicate your weekends to practicing your instrument. By giving 100% to your passions, you're not just working toward an external goal, you're also tapping into a deep sense of fulfillment that comes from expressing yourself and engaging in meaningful work. It's important to remember that giving 100% to your creative pursuits doesn't mean they have to be perfect, especially at first. The process of creation is often messy, full of trial and error. But by fully committing to the process, you're allowing yourself to grow and develop as an artist, writer, or creator. Civic engagement and community involvement. In addition to personal growth and creative endeavors, giving 100% can also extend to your community and civic involvement. In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to become isolated and focus solely on our own concerns. But humans are social creatures, and we thrive when we're connected to a larger community. Giving 100% to your community might mean volunteering for a cause you care about, getting involved in local politics, or simply being a good neighbor. When you fully engage with your community, you're not only helping others, you're also expanding your own world, building connections, and contributing to something larger than yourself. The Stoics believed in the importance of contributing to the common good. Marcus Aurelius often wrote about the idea of working for the benefit of the whole rather than just for oneself. When you give 100% to your community, you're living out this Stoic ideal of service and cooperation. The importance of focus, saying no to what doesn't matter. Giving 100% doesn't mean saying yes to everything. In fact, it often means the opposite. In today's world, we're constantly bombarded with demands on our time and attention, from social media notifications to work emails to endless to-do lists. To give 100% to what truly matters, we need to be intentional about where we focus our energy. This might mean setting boundaries at work, limiting your use of social media, or being more selective about the commitments you take on. It might mean saying no to things that don't align with your values or long-term goals, even if they seem tempting in the moment. By focusing your energy on what truly matters, you'll be able to show up more fully in the areas of your life that are most important to you. The Stoics believed in living a life of purpose, and that means being deliberate about where we direct our time and attention. The ripple effect of giving 100%. When you commit to giving 100% in your life, you don't just improve your own circumstances, you also inspire those around you. Your actions speak louder than words, and when you show up fully in your work, relationships, and personal endeavors, you set an example for others to follow. Think about the people in your life, your family, friends, colleagues, and community members. How might your commitment to giving 100% influence them? When you fully engage with life, you create a ripple effect, encouraging those around you to do the same. By giving 100%, you're not just enhancing your own life. You're contributing to a culture of engagement, effort, and integrity that can have far-reaching effects. Conclusion: the ongoing journey of giving 100%. As we come to the end of this exploration of the power of giving 100%, it's important to reflect on what we've learned. We've seen how this principle can transform every aspect of our lives, from our work and relationships to our personal growth and community involvement. But perhaps the most profound impact of giving 100% is on our inner selves. When we fully engage with life, we develop a deep sense of integrity, aligning our actions with our values and becoming the person we aspire to be. This alignment brings a sense of peace and satisfaction that is difficult to find elsewhere. Giving 100% is not about perfection, nor is it about unbroken success. It's about showing up fully for life, engaging with the present moment, committing to your values, and giving your all, no matter the outcome. Each time you give 100%, you build character, resilience, and self-trust. You become someone who can be relied upon, not just by others, but by yourself. So, as you move forward from here, I encourage you to ask yourself regularly, am I giving 100% to this moment? Not in a way that creates pressure or stress, but as an invitation to fully engage with your life and be present for whatever you are doing. Remember the words we began with: whatever you do, do it 100%. This isn't just a catchy phrase, it's a philosophy for living a full and meaningful life. It's about showing up fully, not just for the big moments, but for the small, everyday moments that make up the fabric of our lives. By embracing this principle, you're not just improving your own life, you're contributing to a better world. You're setting an example of what's possible when we fully commit to our values, our goals, and to each other. You're creating ripples of positive change that can extend far beyond what you can see. As we come to the conclusion of this extensive exploration, let's take a deep breath and reflect on everything we've discussed. We've traveled through a vast landscape of ideas, dissecting the meaning and significance of giving 100% in all aspects of life: work, relationships, health, personal growth, adversity, and community. We've explored how the timeless teachings of Stoicism can serve as a guiding light, showing us that the only thing truly within our control is our effort, and that effort is always worth giving 100%. Giving 100%, as we now understand, is not just about achieving outcomes or goals. It's not about material success, external validation, or public recognition. Rather, it is about how we live, moment to moment. It's about committing ourselves fully to the task at hand, whatever that may be, and embracing the process with integrity, intention, and purpose. In many ways, giving 100% is about honoring our potential, showing up as the fullest version of ourselves, regardless of the result. In our world, where distractions are abundant, where we are constantly pulled in multiple directions by external demands and internal doubts, it can be easy to hold back. We might convince ourselves that half effort is enough, or that we don't need to invest fully because the outcomes are uncertain. But what we've learned from Stoicism is that the outcome is never the point. The effort itself is the reward. In fact, the process of giving 100% is what transforms us into stronger, more capable, more resilient versions of ourselves. The philosophy behind giving 100%. The Stoics, from Epictetus to Marcus Aurelius, understood something profound about human life. They recognized that so much of what we encounter, external circumstances, the opinions of others, the passing of time, is beyond our control. And yet, in the midst of this uncertainty, there is something powerful within us that remains entirely under our control: our own effort and attitude. This insight is liberating. It means that no matter what life throws our way, we always have the power to respond with dignity, grace, and full commitment. We don't need to wait for perfect conditions or favorable circumstances to give our all. In fact, it's often in the most challenging, uncertain, and difficult moments that we discover the true strength of giving 100%. By embracing this mindset, we free ourselves from the frustration and anxiety that comes from focusing on results we cannot control. Instead, we anchor ourselves in the present moment, fully committing to the process of whatever we are doing. Whether we are working on a project, having a conversation, facing adversity, or pursuing a personal goal, giving 100% means being fully engaged, mentally, emotionally, and physically. This kind of presence brings a sense of peace and purpose that no external outcome can provide. The transformative power of 100% effort. When we commit to giving 100%, truly, fully, and without reservation, we tap into a well of potential that we often don't realize is there. It's not that giving 100% guarantees success or that we will always achieve our goals, but the act of fully committing itself changes us. It builds discipline, resilience, and a deep sense of self-trust. We become the kind of person who shows up no matter what, who gives their best, no matter the circumstance. Consider for a moment how this might feel in your own life. Think back to a time when you gave something your all, a project at work, a challenging conversation, a personal goal. What did you experience in that moment? There's a unique satisfaction in knowing that, regardless of the outcome, you did everything you could. You can walk away from the experience without regret because you left nothing on the table. That's the power of giving 100%. It's about the peace that comes from knowing you acted with integrity and gave it your all. And this isn't just about individual moments. Over time, as you consistently give 100% in various areas of your life, you build a reputation, not only with others, but more importantly, with yourself. You become someone who can be relied upon to show up fully, who commits fully, and who brings their best effort to every situation. This creates a ripple effect that touches every aspect of your life. When you give 100% to your work, you stand out as someone who is dedicated and passionate, which opens up new opportunities for growth and advancement. When you give 100% to your relationships, you deepen your connections, build trust, and create a strong support network that will sustain you through difficult times. When you give 100% to your personal growth, you unlock new levels of potential, breaking through barriers that once seemed insurmountable. And when you give 100% to your health and well-being, you create a foundation of energy and vitality that allows you to pursue all your other goals with vigor. The role of adversity in the journey of giving 100% life, as the Stoics remind us, is not without its challenges. In fact, hardship is inevitable, but it is precisely in these moments of adversity that the practice of giving 100% becomes most critical. When things are going well, it's easy to give our best effort. But when we face setbacks, whether it's a failed project, a health issue, or the loss of a loved one, it can be tempting to pull back, to give less than our best, because we feel discouraged or defeated. However, the Stoics encourage us to view adversity not as a reason to retreat, but as an opportunity for growth. The obstacle is the way, as they famously said. When we face challenges head-on, with full commitment, we build resilience and strength that serve us in every area of life. Even when the outcome is not what we hoped for, the process of giving 100% shapes us into stronger, wiser, and more capable individuals. Think about it this way. Every setback is a test of your commitment. Will you give up when things get tough, or will you continue to give your all, even when the path is uncertain? It's in these moments that true character is forged. By continuing to give 100%, even in the face of adversity, you build the inner fortitude that allows you to overcome future challenges with greater ease and confidence. The ripple effect of giving 100%. One of the most powerful aspects of giving 100% is the ripple effect it creates, not just in your own life, but in the lives of those around you. When you show up fully and commit yourself to whatever you're doing, people notice. They are inspired by your dedication, your passion, and your integrity. Your actions serve as a silent but powerful example to others, showing them what is possible when we fully engage with life. Think about how this ripple effect might play out in your own life. When you give 100% at work, you inspire your colleagues to raise their own standards, to bring more energy and effort to their tasks. When you give 100% to your relationships, you create an atmosphere of trust and openness that encourages others to do the same. When you give 100% to your personal growth, you show others that change is possible, that it's never too late to learn, grow, and become a better version of yourself. In this way, giving 100% is not just an individual pursuit. It's a way of leading by example, of creating a positive impact in the world. And as more people embrace this principle, the ripple effect continues to expand, touching more lives, creating more positive change, and building a culture of engagement, effort, and integrity. The courage to say no, focusing on what truly matters. Giving 100% doesn't mean saying yes to everything. In fact, part of the wisdom of giving 100% is learning to say no to what doesn't matter, so you can fully commit to what does. In our fast-paced modern world, we are bombarded with distractions, endless notifications, social media, competing priorities that pull us in multiple directions at once. If we're not careful, we can spread ourselves too thin, trying to do everything but giving less than our best to any one thing. The Stoics remind us that part of living a virtuous life is focusing on what truly matters. This means being intentional about where we invest our time and energy. It means having the courage to say no to things that don't align with our values or long-term goals, even if they seem tempting in the moment. It means setting boundaries, prioritizing the things that bring us closer to our purpose, and fully committing to those. By focusing your energy on what truly matters, you give yourself the opportunity to show up fully in the areas of life that are most important to you. Whether it's your work, relationships, personal growth, or health, when you narrow your focus, you can give 100% without feeling overwhelmed or burned out. And in doing so, you ensure that your time, energy, and effort are being directed toward the things that will have the most significant impact on your life. The role of self-compassion in giving 100%. One final point to consider is the role of self-compassion in this journey. Giving 100% doesn't mean being perfect, nor does it mean pushing yourself to the point of exhaustion. There will be days when you don't feel like you're at your best. There will be moments when you fall short, when you make mistakes, or when circumstances prevent you from giving your all. That's okay. Giving 100% is not about perfection, it's about intention. On your best days, giving 100% might mean pushing yourself to new heights, achieving things you never thought possible. On your more challenging days, giving 100% might simply mean showing up, doing what you can, and being kind to yourself in the process. Both are valid expressions of giving 100%. The Stoics understood that we are all human and that we will inevitably face challenges, failures, and setbacks. What matters is not that we avoid these difficulties, but that we approach them with a spirit of self-compassion, resilience, and full commitment. By being gentle with yourself when things don't go as planned, you allow yourself to bounce back more quickly, to learn from your mistakes, and to continue moving forward on the path of growth. A final invitation: Embrace the practice of giving 100%. As we wrap up this journey, I want to leave you with a challenge and an invitation. For the next week, choose one area of your life where you will consciously give 100%. Whether it's a project at work, a relationship, a personal goal, or even just your daily routine, approach it with full presence and commitment. Pay attention to how it feels to be fully engaged, to give your all, and to let go of the need for a specific outcome. Notice the impact that this practice has, not just on your external results, but on your inner experience. You may find that giving 100% brings a sense of fulfillment, peace, and purpose that goes far beyond the outcome itself. You may discover new depths of capability within yourself, and you may inspire others to do the same. Remember, giving 100% is not about achieving perfection or never making mistakes. It's about embracing the journey of life with full commitment, showing up fully for each moment, and being present for the process of growth. This is the path to living a life of purpose, meaning, and integrity. And as you move forward on this path, don't forget to carry the wisdom of the Stoics with you. Focus on what you can control, your effort, your actions, your attitude, and let go of what you cannot. Give your best, and trust that the process of giving 100% will lead you to a life well lived. So, here's to the ongoing journey of giving 100%. Here's to showing up fully for your life every single day and embracing the extraordinary power of full commitment. Now, before you leave, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Let me know how you're planning to give 100% in your own life, and if this message resonates with you, share it with someone who might need this reminder. Together, we can inspire each other to live fully, engage deeply, and give 100% to the things that truly matter.